Once, there was an elderly shepherd tramping through the meadows on his way to his favorite reading spot. His boots, wet with the morning's dew, cut a path through the acres of wildflowers and knee-high grasses until he reached a shelf of rock under a leaning chestnut tree. As was his custom, he did not open the book right away, but sat in wonder at the huge dawn laid out before his smiling eyes. His hand reached for the reading glasses nestled in his front pocket, but froze before his fingertips met their wire frames, for he thought he heard a nearby voice call his name. Whose voice could it have been? Before him was a rather striking poppy, and behind him was the tree, but there were clearly no other folk in sight. Again he heard his name. Unmistakably, it came from the chestnut branches spread over and around him. Dear old fellow, have you ever looked into the eye of a flower? Ever gazed into its depths and beheld the mechanical wonders of its form, the artistic beauty of its colors within colors? The old man had to bashfully confess that he had never done such a thing. Then do so now, friend. The old shepherd stared at the flower. He saw nothing but an ordinary flower, and said so quite frankly. You are still too far away. Humble yourself. Approach on hands and knees, and venture so close that your very breath will make its petals sway. The old shepherd obliged and brought his creaky knees to rest on the earth in front of the flower. His calloused hands pressed into the rich soil, and his wrinkled face felt the tickle of its petals. He pulled his battered reading glasses from his pocket and held one lens between his eye and the heart of the poppy. For a moment, he had to struggle to breathe. There before him was a marvelous landscape between the flower's petals, one of intricate design and staggering poetry. Shapes within shapes flowed together in a motionless dance of light, color, and form. Each millimeter he moved in closer, the heart of the poppy revealed new layers of depth. His heart was smote with a crushing wave of emotion that struck the air from his lungs and brought a sparkle of sweat to his wrinkled brow. Oh, woe is me. Oh, my heart, I wish you had never shown me this. The dear old shepherd's eyes, wide with shock and remorse, let fall a single tear that moistened his wrinkled face. He wrung his hands, not able to bring himself to look at the poppy. I am truly a wretched creature, for though I thought my life had been well lived, I now see what wickedness I have wrought. How many flowers have I trampled with these clumsy boots? How many wonders have I destroyed, because I did not think to look close enough at the beauty before me? He wrenched his eyes away from the flower and beheld the tree, spreading over him. He now considered the cross and wondered, how often had he taken the beauty of Jesus' sacrifice lightly? How often had he trampled on the idea of God's love because he didn't take time to look more closely and marvel at its magnificence?